Hello everyone, my name is Dax and welcome back to the Lovecraftian Video Game Retrospective and welcome to Deep Ones. Deep Ones is the platform on which you control a diver. Your submarine was attacked by a gigantic red kraken and now your job is to recover it by exploring the ocean floor. The game is, as mentioned before, a platformer. You have a limited set of actions you can do. You can walk, jump, fire your harpoon, later on use a sword and also ride a gigantic seahorse. Your character is relatively slow, does not jump very far, and your harpoon has a very slow rate of fire, and your sword requires you to get into melee range of a lot of enemies, and a lot of enemies can't be killed with it anyway, so for the most part it's recommended to just avoid enemies if possible. The game does require you to make a fair amount of tight jumps, and your visuals are often limited by a shroud that's around the screen, but at the same time, while the game is similar in difficulty to a lot of old school platformers and also, at least occasionally, in unfairness, it does give you an unlimited amount of lives. You do have 3 hit points and there are checkpoints which pop up with relative frequency, so while the game can be a little bit tricky in parts, it never got too frustrating in my opinion. With regard to graphics, the game does ape the graphic style of the ZX Spectrum, a British computer from the 1980s which survived until the early 90s. The ZX Spectrum had quite a distinct graphic style with often black backgrounds for its games and sprites and other parts of the screen being rendered in very bright colors with a high contrast, and the game does that quite well. It does not look like an authentic ZX Spectrum game because the resolution is way higher and the background, enemies and your sprite are often displayed in various resolutions, but nevertheless the style looks quite interesting. It is fitting for the setting and the bright colors do remind me of very colorful sea life found on the bottom of the ocean, so it does work quite well, and it also goes well with the old school approach towards platforming the game takes. The game isn't too long, you can complete it in an hour or two depending on how good you are at platforming, or you might need a lot longer if you're not used to platformers. Where the game really shines is the music and the sound. The sound is very reminiscent of the sound of pre-16-bit era consoles and computers, and the soundtrack is very good and fits the mood of the game very well. Listen to this piece here. Or to that one. Or to this one. With regard to Lovecraftian elements, the game isn't too strong in this department, and it does have a couple of elements such as zombie and skeleton pirates, which may or may not fit your idea of a Lovecraftian theme depending on what your tastes are, but it does have the deep sea theme and, well, your main nemesis is a gigantic kraken. So what you get here is a platformer that is good but not great, with good visuals and a very good soundtrack. So if that sounds good to you, I give this game a recommendation. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time. Take care and goodbye.